right, it's time to start my next venture that I've been planning for 7 months now. I am in Washington on the Wonderland Trail. I'm starting from the White River Campground area, which is on the, I don't know, north, south, east side of the park. I've been here about 2-3 days already, just putzing around, sightseeing, but it's time to start it. I am a little nervous for some reason, more than I've ever been nervous before. I don't know, as I'm walking, I'm feeling better already though. Today, my destination is the Summerland Camp, which is supposed to be one of the really nice, really desirable camps. I was able to change my permit at the Wilderness Ranger Station yesterday morning. So I got that, and then I got some other really good ones. I am planning on doing this in 12 days. Actually, I have to do it in 12 days because the permits are campground to campground. It's not kind of camping at will, which is a bit of a bummer, but it's a little longer than I want for only 90 some miles, and I almost sprained my ankle there right at the beginning. I am solo, unfortunately, because my son did sprain his ankle about a week ago, like I almost did there, and he's still hobbling around. So, all right, hope you enjoy the trip. Hope I enjoy the trip. We'll talk to you in just a little bit. All right, we got to cross the White River here. Pretty substantial bridge, but let's try not to drop the phone on day one. No bounce in it, so it's really good. Hey, there we go. It'd be a bitch without it. Right up there is Mount Rainier. I have not spent a lot of time in the Pacific Northwest. I think that's going to change, but these forests are perhaps one of the most peaceful places I've ever been. They just have that serene, mellow feeling. I've really been enjoying my time here so far. The trail's been pretty wide like this most of the way up. We've been climbing for the last, 10 minutes, nothing much steeper than what we see here. Still climbing up the trail, taking it nice and easy. Out of breath, but the slope hasn't been too steep, just constant. No hurry to get anywhere, so we'll just take it one step at a time and get there when we get there. I just saw the first sign talking about Summerland here, so I must be up in the area. Hopefully that means I'm done with most of my climbing for today. Whew, feeling it. All right, group site straight ahead, toilet campsites to the left. Guess I am almost here. I believe this is one of the nicer or more well built up toilets on the trail. That is the bear pole for hanging your food. Right above the toilet. I checked out campsite 1 and 2 and didn't go to 3, it was down a little bit, but came up on 4 and I'm pretty sure this is where I'm gonna stay. Looked like a nice little one. What a nice easy day. It's only 1 or 12:40 here. But yeah, this looks like a good spot. Got a little cover in case it starts to rain. We'll call this home for today. Well, day 1 is in the books already. Hard to believe. It was only about 2.5 hours hiking, maybe 3 to get up here. I went pretty quick. I hooked up with a father and son who live about an hour from here, who are out doing the trail. He said he's lived here his whole life and finally getting out to do it. So it was cool talking to them. I actually met them yesterday morning at the ranger office. So we hiked close together or together for most of the way. It was really enjoyable. Got up here. It looks like there are 5 sites up here. I'm in number 4. I have the tent set up over there. My shirt's drying. I already did chase a chipmunk away from my stuff. He was eyeing my food bag, so I got that right next to me now. I'm gonna chill out here for a while, probably go visit those guys a little bit, see what else this has to offer, but not too bad. I think it was 2,000 feet, something like that. It was tiring at times, but since it's national park, they're never too steep. The slope isn't too bad, so I was able to push through, took breaks when I need it, never redlined, which is good. All right, well, maybe I'll talk to you once or twice more before I call it a day. Managed my first attempt to get my bear bag up on a pole. I figured I'd put it up there since I didn't want rodents getting into it while I go explore the area. That's the trail we came up on. That leads to the campsites, and this is kind of the view, which is magnificent. Still got some clouds in the sky. They were calling for 20% chance of rain today. I think it's moving towards the mountain though, so maybe we'll get lucky and not get any. But it's so cool to be able to look up there on Rainier and see the glaciers. How massive they are. The rain has been coming down for a half hour, so it's pretty good right now, having some loud thunderstorms. My bear bag is up on the pole. Hope it doesn't get totally soaked. It's been about 2 hours and it's still lightly sprinkling. That came down pretty hard there. My lower part of my tent is a waterbed. Luckily it's underneath, which is good, but yeah, I didn't set up in the best spot. I was a little concerned about it when I chose the spot, but I thought it'd be okay because I thought I'd get protection from the rain, from the trees above, but need to do better on that. Overall, the tent's doing really good though. It's gonna need a good brushing off in the morning. It's got a bunch of splatter on it from the duff, but hopefully it won't start leaking through, but it is like sitting on a waterbed. I survived the rainstorm. It lasted for 2 hours, 20 minutes, something like that. Ended up dozing a little in the middle of it. My tent held up really good. I didn't have any leaks in. I did set up in a bad spot. So once it let up, I kind of drained it out. So it's going to be a mess tomorrow cleaning up the bottom of this. Hopefully in the morning it'll be clear and I can let it dry out some, or else I'll have to do it a little bit farther down the trail. But it's been a good evening. I had some dinner and then went and visited the guys that I hiked in with today. They were real nice. So I got some cell signal up here, surprisingly, so I called in at home, checked in, let everybody know I'm good. It's about 7:30 now. I'm gonna go ahead and call that a day. And unfortunately, like I said, I fell asleep during the rainstorm, so it's probably gonna take me a little bit to get to sleep here, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Tomorrow, short day, 4.5 from Summerland to Indian Bar. That's supposed to be a spectacular campsite, so I'm looking forward to that. So I will talk to you all in the morning. Take care. Good morning. It is day 2 here on the Wonderland Trail. It's going to be a short day. I'm only going over to Indian Bar, which is about 4.5 miles. I have about 1.5 mile climb this morning, and then it is all downhill. I think it's about 900 feet climb and 1.5 miles. So I imagine I will feel it. Survived the night. Slept on and off, hot, cold, clammy, all that good stuff. Luckily I did stay pretty dry, even though my tent area was flooded last night. So pick a little better from now on. All right, I got up about 7:30 finally after about 12 hours in the tent. I was ready to get moving, even though I had not that far to go today. So I kind of pulled my tent down, took it out, let it dry out in some of the early sun. We're getting a little clouds right now, but I checked the weather this morning and it's supposed to be nice at least until Saturday. So hopefully these clouds do not get into anything, but I'm gonna get going just in case they do, so I'll be close to my destination. We'll talk to you in just a little bit. This is the area that we got water at last night. Rainier up there in a cloud somewhere, and this is the start of the climb. Like I said, it's about 900 feet and I don't know, a mile and a half or so. I am expecting a little bit of remaining snow, maybe some snow bridges, so I'll keep my eyes open for those. Should be a pretty day though. The marmots here are a lot less timid than they are in Colorado. We saw another one in that foreground. There was another male, one that came up just a little bit ago and tried to mate with this one really quick. She had nothing to do with it. That must be Panhandle Gap or something like that I'm going over. I see some glissade marks, so I'll head up that way. All right, just came over this little snow bridge here. I had a guy right in front of me who actually had collapsed that, so he waited for me and gave me some information. I went, he came through and it collapsed. I came down here and around, but yeah, they are collapsing quick, so I'm glad I got over it. Hopefully everybody else will kind of see that collapse there. And working my way up. Got just another small 20-30 yard snow section here. Been able to kick in so far. Not too bad. That went well. I had one step where I didn't kick my foot in quick enough. As soon as I put some weight on it, started sliding, dug my poles in, and got better. Got my grip back. But long as I kicked my feet in, I was fine. But I got lazy there, so I have to remember that if there's any more snow, kick in. Nice little lake there as I look forward up where I'm going. I'm curious if I'm gonna have to cross this ledge here that looks like up in this area there is a trail, so that could be interesting. Snow covered, or else I can maybe go to the left here. Not sure which way it is. I'll find out when I get up there. Take it easy either way. It is looking like the trail does go up there, up to the ridge. So here's the start of the snow section. This was what I was debating to bring my micro spikes for, and I didn't. So I'm hoping I didn't make the wrong mistake there. But this was the only part in the whole trail that I need them. So, a third of a mile up. We'll just take our time, kick some good steps, and I got a gentleman in front of me. He just put his micro spikes on. I'll follow him up and see what happens. Hopefully good things. Just made it through the first section. The snow was soft enough that it's been grippy, so keeping vigilant, but fear's going down a little bit, but still got more of it. Just came across the second snow area. It was a little more sketchy than the first. It was definitely steeper. Snow was a little harder, but still was able to kick in. Looking back, where it came from. And here's where I'm going. Beautiful. I just came up this really steep snow section. There's the edge of it right there, and there was a little trail leading up here, but it was kind of sketchy. I had to kick my steps in very carefully, use my poles. I figured if I did fall, I wasn't going to slide too much, but it was kind of sketchy. So it looks like the trail's up here. I gotta find it for sure. Here's what's around me. I pulled up my map and looked. I had to pull up all trails because my far out is not showing my location on it for some reason. I tried to figure it out this morning. I'm not sure why it's not. I'll play with it more later. All right, just right back on the trail at the top of that snowfield. That was a little sketchy. There's a little lake down here. Got some more snow coming up. Ooh, look how pretty and blue this is on the lake. I had to come across a little snow bridge right there. It was pretty solid. Another little snow slope I have to navigate up. About the same length as that last one that was sketchy, but not nearly as steep. So I think I can go kind of around this way and up and be okay. Not too bad. A little slippy, but I made it up. I'm gonna come up here just a little bit farther, I think, and take a break since I haven't taken one yet. It feels like I've been going hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. It's about time for one. Had to stop really quick and take a video. This is a very Sound of Music moment right here. This far wall, we got all kinds of waterfalls coming down. Got some more over here. Magnificent. Found a nice little spot on the side of the trail. I'm gonna take a little 10-minute break here. It looks like I'm looking in front of me and down a ways at there's a big gravel bar. I'm wondering if that's Indian bar. My guess is yes. I'm just about back in the tree line, so I thought this would be a good time to take a break and relax a little. Sun's out. My body's feeling pretty good. Cardio still sucks, but what am I gonna do at this point? Just deal with it. All right, back on the trail after a short 10-15 minute break. I don't want to break too long because I didn't want my legs getting all cramped up and everything. And you can see I got some clouds coming in behind me there. They're not looking stormy, they're white and puffy, but I don't want to get caught in, so we'll keep pushing down the Indian bar. I think it's down here below me. I think I can see it. We'll see, it still looks a ways away, mile and a half, something like that, but big flat area, I'm guessing that's where I'm heading. This is my first good look at Indian Bar, and right down here somewhere, if we can zoom in on it, is the shelter I have all to myself tonight. Woohoo! Still a little ways there. Made it down to Indian Bar. My legs are shaking from all the downhill quivering. Not too tired, but just shaky. A couple 100 yards and I'll be to the cabin. Almost up to the cabin. Two guys I hiked with yesterday. They're up there to say hi then before they carry on the move. No, not scary looking at all. Holy cow, look at this, beautiful. We're just gonna go over quickly and not look. I was chatting with the guys from yesterday and they said about 6:30 we had a brown colored black bear come right through camp. It went right by the tent at number 2. Ooh, I'm not sure if I wanted to see that or not, but hey, it just came through and didn't bother anyway, so that's a good thing. This is the view behind the shelter. Pretty spectacular. I thought I would go check out the restroom facilities since they were so much talked about the view of them. But holy cow, it's a hike up here. I had to take a break. But here it is. Found it, and we'll take a look. There's your facilities. And there's the view. Yeah, you could ponder life for a while in the toilet there. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Got a little bit of a yard sale here, as I thought I'd make sure everything was dried out from last night. I took my ground sheet and washed it in the creek to clear it off, and it's almost dry. Tent's dry. Drying out the socks. It's a beautiful afternoon. Sun keeps coming in and out of clouds. But damn, this is special. I ended up setting my tent up inside, mainly for mosquitoes. They were starting to get at me, so I set it up. We'll see how it goes.